on the front of alcoholic versus non-alcoholic beer. 2 years ago, I'd never even heard the term non-alcoholic beer, but obviously there have been companies that have, raised in terms of valuation in the billions of dollars. Uh, is this something that alcoholic beverage companies are also thinking about and worrying about, or do they think it's just a fad like most other trends, it seems, in beverage?
I think they're reimagining what their portfolio should be. All of these alcohol brands at some point, at least on the beer side, right, have always had non-alcoholic beer, but it was the positioning of such brand, right? Like O'Doul's, take for instance. If you were caught drinking it, it means you were unalcoholic, you were recovering, right, from that. And there was a pseudo, hey, leave him kind of alone. And it wasn't built for inclusion. Now you've got athletic, partake, and Bud Zero, Heineken 00. And it's reimagining kind of the category for inclusion of, hey, I still want to be the life of the party. I'm just choosing to be a healthier person. And I'm drinking for tomorrow in mind to try to avoid such headache. And non-alcoholic beer, right? It's twofold. You've got the traditional beer that has been dealcoholized, so it has 0% alcohol. And you've got a pseudo category coming up called like hop water, which is essentially water with flavored hops. And that is technically non-alcoholic as well. So
Yeah, I'm curious if it's ever going to pick up steam. I've sort of likened it to how, like, 10 years ago people were talking about, or always saying, yeah, people are definitely going to stop drinking soda one day.
yeah,
That
I
never
mean,
really
it was a
happened.
trend that came over from Europe, and I think it's up, maybe 8, 9% of Europe consumption is within non-alcoholic beer. Here in the United States, right, we're talking maybe 1, 2, 3%, but the brands these days are built to scale more than that. They've got ambitions to be 10, 20% of the entire beer category, whether it'll reach it or not. The category is appealing enough now to everybody that it's made itself a presence at retail and in consumers set to try it and pick it up when they are at the grocery store. And it's like that piece again, it's about being included. I can walk in to a bar, sit down, not just order a pint of water, right? Now I can get a pint of non-alcoholic beer.
Right. And you still look cool. It's like, what is Liquid Death? It's like
Yep.
their whole, I mean, I it's interesting, and I'm curious the history behind how people grew accustomed to buying water in plastic bottles. And obviously Liquid Death is a little bit more nuanced and cool. Let's say they made water cool, and I mean, at least that's what the investing crowd, or people who have it in their portfolio, would suggest.